Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Season 2, Week 46 of the DC Sports Digest. A little bit of a quieter week this week, but still a lot more to talk about, especially as we get ready for NFL season. And without further ado, let's just get started. Starting with the Nats, they lost the Rays series. They did win the Marlins series, and they lost the first game of the Cubs series to get them to a 56-84 record. Unfortunately, some more injuries to talk about. Jarlin Toussaint is injured. I haven't seen exactly how serious it is. Hopefully it's not serious, as we already lost another of our prospects, Travis Sakura, to Tommy John. So hopefully it's not that serious. We'll see what happens. Kenzie Gore also hit the 15-day IL. Mason Thompson is recalled. Since it's September, the roster expands to 28. We get two more call-ups. Call-up Nasim Nunez and also a new pitcher, Andrew Alvarez. He did pretty well in his win in debut. He got 1 hit in 5 innings. So that was great to see. But our overall team ERA is very bad at 6.31. That is really not good to see. We also signed a new backup catcher, Jorge, I don't know how to say it, as backup catcher, and CJ Stubbs is back to AAA. That's all I have this week. They finished the Cubs series this week, and then they have the Marlins series, and then the start of the Pirates series. That's all I have for the Nats. On the Wizards, just a little more Eurobasket recap. Serbia beat France and Latvia. Serbia beat Latvia, Czech Republic, they did lose to Turkey. And then France beat Slovenia, and Iceland lost to Israel. Unfortunately, it looked like Alex Starr got injured after this first game, but luckily it won't be too serious. He just will be out for Eurobasket, but he'll be back for the season. Which is good to see. They have elimination rounds this week, so good luck to them. I think Serbia plays today and France plays tomorrow. And Canada loses in the semifinal, and I think they also lost in, I don't remember what happened in the third place game, but it doesn't really matter too much. They lost in the semifinal. Keyshawn George did make the All-Star 5, so congrats to him. One of the 5 best players in the AmeriCup tournament. And that's all I have for the Wizards. On to the Caps, really not too much. Just wanted to point out that their rookie camp starts this week, September 12th, and then the week after they have their training camp starting. So things are slowly starting to get ramped up for the Caps. On to the Commanders, not too much. We signed guard Darren Dalquist to the practice squad. He was one of the few tryout players. Another one, the most notable one, was Kendrick Bourne. He visited the 49ers and then visited us. He decided to wait and weigh out his options. I don't really know what to think about that. In my opinion, not the best move. Maybe it's a good move for him to see how both teams do, but it really just means he's going to sit out, obviously, this week. He's going to sit out week 2 as well. It's going to be hard for him, to get in football shape. I mean, he was with the Patriots in training camp, but, it's going to be hard to sit out a couple weeks and then come back to it. But we'll see what happens. I think he would still be a solid addition as a 5th or 6th wide receiver for us. We'll see what happens. But he will not be with us this week against the Giants. Luckily, on the injury side of things, we are in a good spot. For the Giants, their one notable injury thing is that Andrew Thomas, one of their offensive linemen, is doubtful to play. And that's a pretty big piece for them. That will really help out our defense, not having him on the offensive line. So I'm excited to see that. So this week we have Week 1 versus the Giants. We also have Week 2 versus the Packers. We have the second Thursday night game, the first one on Prime. So yeah, I'm really excited for Week 1. I think we're going to do pretty good this year, just as last year. I think we'll win 11 or 12 games, and we should win at least one playoff game, in my opinion. Maybe even more. I mean, I think our ceiling is the Super Bowl, which is kind of crazy to say, but just got to take it 1 week at a time and keep doing what we're doing. So yeah, it'll be great to see. So Week 1 versus the Giants, it's a game we should win, need to win. I think we will. We just got to watch the defensive line. That is the biggest thing. And I'm also curious to see how our secondary matches up with Malik Neighbors. Those are 2 of the biggest things to watch out, and see how Russell Wilson starts the season. And then the Packers, that is going to be a really tough game, especially if they get Micah Parsons back and ready. He has already been practicing with them, so I assume he will be playing Week 1 and Week 2. So that's going to be a big matchup for Laramie Tunsil or whoever has to get him on the offensive line. Really good tests for our offensive line these first 2 weeks. So I'm really excited, and hopefully it works out. And yeah, I'm just excited for the season to start. And that's all I have for the Commanders. Other DC sports news: DC United beat New York City FC, got a win finally. They have 24 points now. Their next game is next Saturday. Washington Spirit tied Chicago for regular play. They beat Vancouver in the CONCACAF Women's Championship Cup, another group stage game. Their next game is tomorrow versus Seattle. The Mystics lost to the Valkyrie, Sparks, and Mercury. kind of a sad end to the season, unfortunately. They are definitely out of the playoffs. Their last two games this week against the Fever and Liberty, and that will be the end of their season. DC Power, they tied Spokane, and their next game is next Friday. On my weekly awards, I'm going to give the games of the week to the Nats winning the Marlins series. The one series actually looked pretty good in this week, and also that leads into my player of the week, Andrew Alvarez, who was one of the pitchers in that series. Like I said, 1 hit in 5 innings and a debut win is really solid, so that's great to see. And my team of the week is DC United for beating New York City FC. And that's all I have this week, so check out the Instagram and like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.